Has your opinion of Kyle Shanahan gone up, down, or stayed the same during the past 12 months? Real quick for the viewers at home, Rich Madrid is a big, not fan, but he respects Kyle Shanahan. We all do. But I think Rich has a special appreciation for Kyle and his play designs. You have his playbook. I mean, you really know what he's doing. I'm curious, has your opinion of him changed at all in the last 12 months? And if so, why or why not?
Yeah, I'll preface this by saying I'm a big fan of that tree in general. Kubiak,
sure.
Mike Shanahan, it goes all the way back to Bill Walsh. It's just what they've been able to do and evolve that offense is just, I think, the most interesting thing to me in football. And I think a lot of people outside of the 49ers in the national media and other websites would probably agree that
no doubt.
Shanahan as a schemer, as a play caller, as a coach is very good. Is
cutting edge
up there,
no doubt.
Argument for top 5.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of other good coaches, but I think his biggest flaw right now is this quarterback situation.
Yeah.
And we know he can get whatever he wants out of a quarterback. I mean, he's done it for 4 years with this team now, but I think he believes a little too much in himself and his system that he thinks he can just insert anybody if we just settled for Jimmy, we can make it work. And that's probably true. You can win 9-10 games. You're not going to take the next step. And I think he believes that he can. And I don't know, we kind of saw this year, it's probably a little more of a function of Saleh's defense carrying the load a lot of the time than it is Shanahan's offense.
I agree. Yes.
So,
and it's about time now that Saleh's gone for Shanahan, I think, in the offense to take over. I think it's time.
Yeah. This is now or never. I know he's got the 5 years left on the deal and the no offset clause, so they're probably not going to get rid of him. But do you think Jed wants to sit around for 2 more 6-10 seasons while they try to figure out the quarterback situation? I don't think so. And I think that's his biggest issue right now is I don't think that he is really that adept or skilled at managing things off the field with the roster. And not a lot of good coaches are, except Belichick maybe. But there's no other Belichick around. There's never going to be another Tom Brady like that to come in and do that. With
and arguably Bill Belichick's misses at wide receiver. I mean, push Brady out.
They miss all the time in the draft, and they're always in the mix.
Big time.
And that's Belichick, and that was Brady. Shanahan doesn't have that. He's a young guy. He's only three years older than me, I think, and I'm 37. So
right.
He's got a lot to learn, and I hate to say it, but if he doesn't figure it out with the 49ers, he'll learn from his mistakes and he'll figure it out somewhere else.
Agreed. He's got a lot in his plate. I think you're right, because he's got a lot in his plate here. He has all the power he wants, and if he were to fail here, people would say, "Oh, well, Shanahan, the front office man, got Shanahan, the coach, fired." You always hear that stuff, and he'll get the next job. He'll get a ton of money, and he'll probably be paired up with a strong GM, and they'll work well together, most likely.
Yeah, that's what happened to his dad. I mean, his dad flamed out as the Raiders head coach.
Yes.
Built himself back up as an offensive coordinator and then took over the Broncos, and the rest is history. So, I mean, and they had an aging quarterback at, John Elway, who they were able to push to 2 Super Bowls. That had a lot to do with it. But, even Belichick, he's a guy that figured it out on his second big head coaching gig. And that's my fear with Shanahan, is that they don't really quite figure it out over the next several years. And he goes somewhere else. And in a decade is the best coach that we're talking about ever. So,
could be. It seems to me that most of these coaches except for Bill Walsh, figured out on the second job. I think it was Josh Dubow who posted a tweet or stat that most of the past Super Bowl winning coaches have been on their second job. Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid. Andy Reid went to 4 straight NFC championships and a Super Bowl and didn't figure it out there.
Right. Yes.
So that'd be great if we could do that, but
but ultimately, you feel this is a make or break year for Shanahan in the sense that you got to get the quarterback.
I mean, he's got to get the quarterback.
That's what I mean. That's what I meant.
He's not on the hot seat now. If they make the playoffs with Jimmy next year, he won't be on the hot seat after that either. So, I think Jed York is going to let this play out at least the next 2 or 3 seasons till they figure it out. And then, they'll let him play out the contract if they don't figure it out, and that's it.
Right. But from your perspective, you expect him to have a solution this year, like do something now at quarterback.
Yeah. Either
do something.
Just make a decision and stick with it. If that's Garoppolo, great. Then go out and win 10 games.
If it's Garoppolo, restructure his deal. Make him cheaper.
Do something. Do something.
Because they're riding the fence with him.
And that's a whole other topic too. But they're just not committed to him, and you commit to him and leave it alone, or just cut ties and move on. But they have to do it this year.